my name is Talisa Gamboa, and I'm reporting live from Aircraft 317 for Girls in Aviation. Today we'll have an opportunity to meet and speak with Frontier Airlines First Officer Carolyn Landren. First Officer Landren is the founder of the Mile High, Colorado chapter of Women in Aviation and was the president for 7 years. First Officer Landren, thank you for joining us today. How long have you been working for Frontier?
Almost 7 years.
Wow, that's a long time. What inspired you to pursue your career path?
Well, I always wanted to be a pilot ever since I was a little girl, according to my mom. And I think that what got me started was I was doing some odd jobs trying to figure out my path in life. And I was working for a company in Inverness, which is right next to Centennial Airport. And I was driving to work one morning and I saw an airplane on short final for one of the runways at Centennial. And I found myself speeding up in my car to match the speed of the airplane to see how fast it was going. And it was then that I realized I should probably check into this at least. So I went to work that day and I got the phone book because we didn't have internet, we didn't have cell phones or smartphones. And I got the phone book out and I found a place at Centennial and I called them and they had what was called an intro flight. So I booked myself for an intro flight and I went up with an instructor and I was hooked. It scared me to death at first and I thought, this is it. So I decided to pursue my private pilot's license and my life just kind of took off from there and my career found me.
I understand that you're founder of the Mile High, Colorado chapter of Women in Aviation. Can you share your journey with our viewers?
Yes. So as I continued on my journey in aviation, working on my pilot licenses, I decided to go to college and I was working at Jeppesen. And Dr. Peggy Chabrian, the founder and the president of Women in Aviation International, came to Jeppesen and spoke to the company as a group. And I was just mesmerized at what she had to say. And really, it resonated with me, the things that she was discussing about being a resource in aviation and all of these other things. So I decided that that spoke enough to me that I approached her after the meeting and I inquired as to how to start a chapter. So she gave me some resources, and fortunately Jeppesen, which is a wonderful company, allowed me to use their legal counsel. And before you know it, I had come up with a full-blown 501c3 organization as a chapter, official chapter of the Women in Aviation International brand.
Wow. F.O. Landren, what inspires you?
I'm inspired by being part of solutions, by giving back and helping others to realize and achieve their goals. I really enjoy helping others when I may have some resources or know of some resources that they can utilize to help them along on their journey.
I love the animals on your planes. Can you share which animal is your favorite and why?
We do have a lot of awesome animals on our airplanes. I love all of them. But I think if I had to choose a favorite, I would choose Steve the Eagle. Steve the Eagle is a beautiful airplane. All of our airplanes are beautiful, but I had the unique opportunity and experience of flying that airplane into New York. And as I was flying into LaGuardia, I had a moment where I was turning base to final, and I had a moment to glance down the Hudson River and see the skyline of New York City and Manhattan. And as I'm in this Eagle airplane, it was an amazing and surreal moment in my career, and I really fell in love with Steve the Eagle.
Can you share the memory of your first Frontier flight?
Yes, I will never forget it. I was so excited to be at Frontier. I had worked so hard, just like we all had, in the simulator and class and studying and work. And the very first day you show up on the actual airplane is a great day. I remember walking around the airplane and looking up at the struts and the tires and how high up the airplane was and how large it was. And I felt like I had made it. And I was so excited, and stepping in this flight deck for the first time, I really had a moment of realizing that my hard work, perseverance, and dedication had really paid off. And I am so glad I didn't let that moment pass me by.
Why do you like working for Frontier?
I love working for Frontier, and primarily because of the people that I work with. I work with some of the most talented and capable pilots and crews in all of aviation. And not only that, but I know that when I show up for work that I'm going to have a good time. We're going to be safe and we're going to be efficient and we're going to look out for one another. Because every time I show up, even if I don't know anybody on this airplane and they don't know me, we do know that we're all going to be looking out for each other, and that while we are together on this journey of our flight and our day, that we've got each other's backs. And the other thing I really like about working for Frontier is that it gives me another opportunity that I can give back. Women in aviation is always near and dear to my heart because I feel strongly about mentorship and community and giving back. And Frontier also affords me that opportunity as being part of the interview and hiring team here. I work with such amazing people. We have such amazing candidates, and it's so fulfilling for me to be able to be part of the movement of changing lives, but in a different way now, because this is a dream job. Working for Frontier and a major airline is a dream job, and people work many years to get here. And I feel so thankful that I'm part of their journey and that experience for them when I get to tell somebody that they just landed their dream job and now their lives get to change as well in a positive way.
Carolyn, I want to thank you for sharing your story and your time. It truly has been a pleasure and honor. One last question before you go for our viewers watching. What message would you like to share with girls interested in aviation?
I would say surround yourself with people who have done what you would like to do. And Women in Aviation is an excellent resource for finding out information and pathways to where you want to go. There are scholarships, there are local chapter meetings, there's also mentors, and once you become a member, even as a student, which involves a discount, you get a quarterly magazine that has wonderful articles in it that tells you things that you may not have known existed before, and it also has a mentor section. And there's a bunch of people in there who are willing to be mentors, and you could pick any one of those folks and contact them, and they can help you figure out what it is you need to do, where you need to go, and how you need to get there.